What's going on, everybody? Ryan Pineda here. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you about Bitcoin and what I think is gonna happen for the rest of the year. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I've been making a few videos on Bitcoin ever since I started investing heavily in it. For those of you who don't know, I started investing back in 2017 when the market was on fire. And back then, I had no idea what I was doing. I bought some Bitcoin, I bought some Ethereum, but the big mistake I made was putting all of my money into ICOs. For those of you who don't know, ICOs are initial coin offering. And if you pick the right ICO, you had the opportunity to make 100x on your money. So me being a gambler from Las Vegas, I decided that I wanted to put the majority of my money in ICOs and hopefully hit it big. Well, if you've been following Bitcoin for any amount of time, then you know that at the beginning of 2018, pretty much every ICO crashed along with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And so in turn, my $50,000 investment back then was pretty much down to zero and I'd given up on cryptocurrency. Fast forward to January of 2020 and we start to see that cryptocurrency is making a rise again. I made a video on my YouTube channel back in January detailing how I thought it could potentially reach $100,000 this year. Now the 100,000 didn't just come from thin air. It wasn't me just doing wishful thinking. It was through a lot of research and following a lot of different people who are way smarter than me. And at the time in January when I made that video, Bitcoin was reaching new all-time highs, just crossing over $20,000. And in that video, I made the announcement that I was thinking about buying Bitcoin even after getting burned 3 years earlier. And shortly after, I got a bunch of comments of people saying that they believed in it as well. And I think you, the YouTube community, forced me to buy in. Shortly after that video, Bitcoin ended up doubling to $40,000. And I was really disappointed because I wanted to buy in, but my bank declined my wire. So shortly after that video, many of you in the comments said that you were starting to buy and you were believers as well. So I took your advice and tried to wire $200,000 to Coinbase. Well, after trying to wire that money, Wells Fargo ended up declining the wire because they didn't want me investing my money into crypto. And that actually shows why crypto exists in the first place. All of the big banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America have too much power and it's against their best interest to let you invest in crypto. So even though they declined my wire, I didn't let that stop me. And that's really stupid that with my own money, I'm not able to send it and invest where I want with it because of the current banking system. And that whole experience actually reinforced my belief in cryptocurrency and why I think it's gonna take over. So long story short, I ended up doing the maximum deposit on Coinbase, which was 25 grand every day for the next 8 days straight until I got my $200,000 in there. The only problem was, during that 8-day period, Bitcoin's price doubled from 20,000 to 40,000. So now I was even more mad about the whole situation because I lost my opportunity to make $200,000. If I would have just got my money in when I wanted at 20 grand, I would have doubled it and made $200,000 in the span of like 2 weeks. So once again, thank you to the current banking system for costing me all that money, but I didn't let it stop me. I sat there patiently because I knew that Bitcoin was very volatile, so there was a good chance that it was gonna dip back down again at some point. And thankfully it did. It dipped down to $31,000 and I ended up buying 200 grand worth at that point in January. On top of that, I ended up putting 50 grand into Ethereum when it was near $1,000 and I was off to the races. And since then, Bitcoin and Ethereum have done nothing but rise. Ethereum has gone over $2,000, Bitcoin has gone over $60,000. So all of my investments were looking really good. I had pretty much doubled my money. Now at this point in February, when everything has doubled, I'm getting really excited about crypto. And in fact, I'm depositing more money into Coinbase so I could buy more crypto. Because I knew that crypto is volatile and at some point again, there will be a dip. And that's when the smart traders buy. They always buy the dip. And that moment actually came in February. Bitcoin dropped all the way from the $60,000 range to $43,000. Ethereum did the same thing. It was trading at $2,000 and it dropped all the way down to about $1,300. And for many people who don't believe in it, who are just trying to ride the wave, they unloaded all of their crypto because they got scared. I, on the other hand, had been loading up my account because I truly believe in the technology in the long term, and I ended up buying even more. When it dropped to 51,000, I bought even more Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I thought that was gonna be the bottom of it, but it dropped to that 43,000 that I talked about earlier. But regardless of that, I thought it was a great buy at 51,000, even though I didn't time it perfectly. And I think that's a great lesson for everyone watching this video. You're not gonna time crypto perfectly. You just gotta buy when you really believe in a dip. And if you're really unsure, do dollar cost averaging. But I ended up doing the same thing with Ethereum. I bought some when it was around $1,700, then I bought some more at $1,500, and then it went down even more, and I still just bought more because I truly believed in it at $1,300. And that tells you if somebody believes in something, if they continue to buy all the way down, even if they didn't time it right. All that being said, I bought hundreds of thousands more during that dip in February. And that's looking like a really smart move. Bitcoin got close to 60,000 again. Ethereum's getting close to 2,000 again. It's like nothing happened. And if you're wondering what my strategy is gonna be going forward, I'm gonna keep buying crypto every time there's a dip. I've got money loaded up on my account, ready to strike when it makes sense. Because for me, every time crypto reaches a new all-time high, it just continues to prove the concept more and more. Crypto has proven over its lifetime that it hits all-time highs, it dips, then it hits those highs again and finally breaks through them. It's never not done that. So I'm really confident that if I'm buying a dip that's very far off the all-time high, it's gonna eventually get back to that high and go past it. And I'll tell you, for me, the best part about all this is I'm using it as a savings account. All this cash that I would have had just sitting in the bank making no interest, I'm now gaining the appreciation of these crypto assets. But along with that appreciation, I'm also getting paid a way higher interest rate by putting it on BlockFi. BlockFi will pay you 5.5% to 6% on your Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as it stands today, I've got over $800,000 in there, accumulating that 5 to 6%. Plus I'm getting all the appreciation on top of that. So all that being said, in 2021, my strategy is just to continue to take all the extra cash I have, put it into crypto, then allow it to go into BlockFi, make interest, and also gain appreciation. I do think that Bitcoin's gonna reach over 100,000 this year. I think it being near 60,000 right now is already ahead of pace. The government is continuing to keep interest rates low. We're continuing to print money. And I think you're gonna see a repeat of 2020 in 2021. Asset prices are just gonna go crazy because people aren't sure of what to do with their dollars. And if you're asking what coins you should invest in, I personally am only buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think Bitcoin is the best personally, but you can definitely find altcoins that are gonna do way better than it. I just don't have time to research them, and to me, they're all a gamble. I'd rather just go with the bread and butter Bitcoin and be safe doing it. And it's weird to say because no crypto is actually safe, but if you're gonna pick the safest one, I would argue it's definitely Bitcoin. But once again, this is not financial advice. I still am brand new in the crypto game. I'm still learning. Obviously, I've got a significant amount of money invested in it. Obviously, I believe in it, but that doesn't mean it's right for your situation. And you're only investing money that you're willing to lose because there is a chance it could drop 50% tomorrow. And even if it did drop that much tomorrow, I do believe in the long run, it would recover and go back to where it was, but you might have to sit on it and wait a long time. That's what happened to me in 2017. I just sat and held the Ethereum that I bought, and eventually it was worth twice as much as what I paid for it in 2017. But I had to withstand it dropping 80% from where I bought it from back then. So I guess all I can say about crypto is this is a long-term game. You could very well double your money next month, but you could very well lose half of it next month as well. But if you sit on it for the long haul, I truly believe that you're gonna be all right. But anyways, if you got value out of this video, do me a big favor, hit the like button. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe. Go follow me on all the socials. Till next time, peace.